Alright guys, so here I am, and today I'm going to do an unboxing video of the Xiaomi Redmi 4A. Alright, so that's I think a very new device. In fact, I think it came out November, right? So it's already December. So let's see what they have here in the box, and just wow, just look at the components. And okay, yeah, so first things, this came from China. All right, so I did a quick survey, and the best price for this device was from the electronic online shop from gischina.com, right? And of course it was in EU warehouse stock. So in fact I got it for just 2 days. So sorry, that's my cat. Damn it. Okay, I got it for just 2 days, which was really incredible and very fast. So respect to Gischina guys. Really gonna give you a very good feedback. I paid $29 for the shipping, which is perfectly fine because I just got it again for just 2 days, which is absolutely insane. Sometimes when I order stuff from another city, from Bulgaria to to my city, I live in Sofia, it takes more time. So this was absolutely tremendous. Okay, so let's look at. Okay, so in the box apparently we have one of those adapters. Okay, we don't need this. And I think let's let the unboxing begin, guys. So alright, okay, yeah. So it does really look. It says here 4A. I'm not sure if you can see it, guys. It's very subtle here. Really, very clean design. It reminds me of the box. It reminds me to the box of the new Xiaomi Mi Note 2. It has exactly the same design. And okay, I'm not going to mention any other phone. So okay, let's check it. Let's look at this phone here. So as you can see, indeed it's 4A. Okay, and of course I'm concealing here my serial number and my email number because I keep hearing that people are stealing those, and I actually saw this from another video. So let me open the box right now, and okay, just walk through the components of the box. So we got a phone here. Okay, all right. Just putting it aside so you can see it, guys. Then we have a short booklet. Of course, everything is in China here. Here we have a nice adapter. So it does say here that it's a Xiaomi adapter, right? Of course, you cannot expect that in any kind of quick charging here. Probably I'm wrong, but I don't think so, because that's really like more like a lower end phone. Of course, you got the pin, from the SIM card, and here we got a cable, which actually should be, I think, a regular USB cable. Alright, that's cool. Okay, so before me powering off the phone, yeah, just want to walk you through it, guys. So this is really a very new device from Xiaomi. Right, I'm not sure when it was announced, but in fact it was released this November, right? And it's already like the 8th of December. By the way, 8th of December in Bulgaria, and all the students are really going crazy on this day. They're celebrating, drinking, and okay, doing some stuff I don't want to mention here on my YouTube unboxing video, but it's alright. So today is a big celebration, and I'm very happy that I got the phone today. So I'm not going actually to hide anything. Come on, get off. So this phone is meant to be a present for my granny, and she's using right now an iPhone 3GS. So I can tell her she's gonna flip out when she just switches from the iPhone 3GS apparently to this device. So again, this device came out November, right? So of course, I just told you I bought this device for $89, right? And together with the shipping, which was like $29, it costed me 110 euro. Okay, for this amount of money, if you just go to the shop, you buy nothing. Right? You buy a Lenovo that is like ripped off. Okay, sorry, I didn't want to mention any other brands. But what is inside this phone, guys? Right? So that's very important to understand. So what is inside this phone? Is it a power horse? Apparently not. Okay, it's running a Snapdragon 425 processor, so that's a quad-core 1.4 GHz Cortex A53. Okay, and the GPU again is not really like a high-end class, but it's an Adreno chip 300, which also is the car of my wife. I like this. So again, you cannot really expect top performance from this phone, but I think it makes around 33-35 K/2, which is perfectly okay for a person that just want to use everyday things like Viber, Facebook. I don't know, Viber is a shitty app. Twitter, whatever you want to use, right? Probably not going to be the best phone for playing games, etc. But still, should be quite a good phone. So this version here has the 16 GB of RAM, and it has 2 GB of RAM. So the people from the Xiaomi chat, hi guys, hi to you. They know they know I did quite a big research on what phone I should buy. I wanted to get something with at least 2 GB of RAM because you know Android is heavy, okay, and of course powerful, right? And so 2 GB of RAM and 16 GB of ROM. So this was like my first choice. I was reviewing a lot of other phones. You know, I cannot even mention the name like DuckDuck or TomTom or whatever you can just find on GearBest. And then there are some guys telling me, listen, please, you know, go and buy a Xiaomi phone, at least you know what you're buying there. And that's true. So that's really the case here. From what I have to say, it looks really very good. So the build quality, I think, is comparable to the Redmi. And you all know, guys, I had a Redmi here. Apparently, I had to broke it. Yeah, unfortunately, I broke it. But, okay, that's really like a medium class phone, right? And that's really like the entry class phone. So from a build quality, it looks really a lot like the Redmi. I can just tell you, it feels very nice in the hand, very light. Of course, it's not so big, and I think that was one of the ideas. So initially, I wanted to give my granny something like 5 to 5 inch, but it's just too big. So 5 inch, I think, it really is the sweet spot. So I think it should be quite okay. The display here is 5 inch. I think it has 294 pixel density, so of course that's, I think it has HD like 720 by 1280, so HD display. The year is 2016. For this amount of money, I don't think that's something bad. So we can see here it has all the sensors. So that's the front camera right here. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that the front camera is 5 megapixel and has 2.2 f, which is actually not so bad, right? And if we have to turn it here on the back end, we have a 13 megapixel camera again with a f2.2. It has autofocus, it has LED flash, and again, just look at these guys. It really resembles the build of the Redmi Note 3, and that's here is a Xiaomi Redmi Note 3 Pro Prime, which is probably the best version out there with a Snapdragon 650. I think, you know, if you just are looking at my other videos, you can see the review of this phone, and that's here is a power horse for almost like 300 level, or almost like 150 euro, probably a little bit more because that's really 3GB RAM and 32 storage, right? But this one here, I can tell you, it looks really nice. I'm not going to unpack it because, again, that's supposed to be a gift to my grandmother. And Granny, if you're watching this with the new phone, you have to know where I all started, right? So I'm just quite interested to see what kind of software it's running. From what I've read on the internet, it should come with a Android 6.01 pre-installed, so we know that's the Marshmallow, right? And of course, I hope it has the new MIUI 8. So I'm just gonna press the button here. Okay, vibrating my hand. We got. Okay, so I'm switching now the phone. So let's see what it's inside. Again, my expectation is that I will find the latest MIUI 8 running on Android 6.1.0, and for me the best thing really is going to be the Bulgarian language. So so let's check it out, guys. Right. While it's loading, I'm not sure if I have had to mention to tell you guys, but this phone also has an infrared port. You know, if in case you're a fan of controlling, you know, your TV or, you know, anything else you want to do. It has all kind of, you know, good sensors, like you find in a nice phone, like the accelerometer. It has a gyroscope, it has proximity sensors and a compass, and etc. So, okay, here is the phone. And one thing you notice, because I know I did some tests previously, the phone has Bulgarian language, right? Which was really for me the key thing. Absolutely, I wanted to have, because the people that know me, especially the guys from the Xiaomi channel, they know when I have a Xiaomi phone. I mean, if you're really a true fan, you have to unlock your bootloader, right? You have to go and apply. You have to get a code. If not, you have to use some other tricks. You know, I'm not going to mention them here right now, but you have to unlock your bootloader, you know, in order to be able to flash fast boot ROMs, in order to make, you know, whatever you want on the phone, and just take the best out of it. So for that phone, what I want to do is just take it, see if it works. It has Bulgarian. Put, you know, like some standard shit setup on it, give it to my grandmother, and that's it. Alright, so what you can see from here, and that's by the way quite good. So it has already the UI Global 8 ROM. It's a stable ROM, okay, stabilen, right? It comes, you know, with version 8.03, and from people that can read, I see MCCNDI, that means Chinese ROM. Thanks, Nasco. Okay. And of course, it's an Android, you know, 6.0.1. Funny thing is that it has 2 GB of RAM. I mentioned this before. It has just 8 GB of storage, you know, from altogether 16. I'll have to check later what and why, and just reinstall some of the Google Sheets that are on the phone. But in the end of the day, that's really quite a perfect phone. And the best thing here, you can read Времето, right, Галерия, настройки, теми, оптимизация, проверка, монитор за данни, антиспам, инструменти, камера, браузър. Sorry guys, if anybody that is not really Bulgarian just wonders, you know, what the hell I'm speaking, is it Russian? No, okay, that's not Russian, guys. Alright, that's Bulgarian, okay? I'm just checking and making sure that my recorder works because I had some troubles before. So I'm not speaking Russian, I'm not speaking any kind of like type weird language, you know, just looked at the Hollywood movies, that's plain Bulgarian language, not that it really matters right now. Let's go back, guys, on the phone. So, okay, I wanted to do some checks and some tests with it, so apparently I don't have a SIM card there, but let's check the camera, because the camera again should have like a 13 megapixel without autofocus, so let's see, that's Spider-Man right there. Focusing over to Batman, that's quite good by the way, you see? Focusing on Spider-Man, on the Batman, alright, let's just take a picture. Okay, let's check the picture of Spider-Man, and oh my god, doesn't look that bad at all, guys, right? Okay. Oh yeah. I mean, you can see all kind of details. And I also did record a video, which is, I think, a full HD video, guys. So just look at it. Spider-Man, and oh, that's a nice F. Oh, okay, that's very nice. You can see here. Okay, now I'm focusing on Spider-Man. I'm focusing on Batman, and okay, that's not bad. That's not really bad, guys. Again, the camera has a nice autofocus, and apparently. Yeah, apparently it works quite well. So again, the camera on the back here is a 13 megapixel camera with, I think, with an f of 2.2. It has an autofocus. You know what? I think it does quite well. And again, I'm not sure if I show this quite enough, but if you see this, that's the Xiaomi Redmi Note 3 phone, which is kind of like the middle class, right? So it's not expensive, it's not the cheapest one, like it's a perfect balance, right? And this phone probably is one of the best phones that Xiaomi ever made, you know, it is still like a massive hit, alright? Especially the version that is the Pro Prime version with 3 GB of RAM, 32 GB of storage, and has a Snapdragon 650, okay? Build quality almost the same, I can tell you, alright? Yeah, okay, probably not as much as this feels a little bit more like premium, but that definitely, okay, it looks better than the Redmi Note 2 apparently, which was all kind of plastic, right? So I think that's quite nice. And guys, I'm not sure if I told you about probably one of the biggest extras in this phone, guys, and that's really the massive battery of 3120 mAh. Okay, so that's really quite powerful. I have currently 3000 mAh on my Mi 5, and I can tell you it's not bad. It's not compared to this. I think this was like over 4000. Nobody can really measure with the Redmi Note 3 Pro, but for this, I think like medium-sized. I don't want to say small, rather like medium-sized phone. I think, yeah, that kind of a battery should easily get you like to 2-3 days, and of course. You're not really supposed to play a lot of games on this phone. Probably actually you would, right? Again, it has a Adreno GPU 308 and it runs, I think, a Snapdragon 425, which has, I think it's quad core. Again, I think I said it again, but it's a quad core. Processors are running on 1.4 GHz, and I think the model is Cortex A53. So should get you really through the day, and again, for everyday usage, that is really a perfect phone. And because I had Redmis before, right? The Redmi 2, you kind of were able to open it, right, and put, you know, 2 SIM cards there, and I think an SD card. This phone, I'm not sure that actually this phone you probably cannot really open this phone, but I think that it kind of supports also a micro SD card up to 256 G, and okay, it has like the hybrid SIM case here, so you can either use like 2 SIM cards inside, or you can use 1 SIM card, and you can use the microSD. And I don't want to say, don't Google it, but okay, apparently you can probably use 2 SIM cards and 1 microSD, but I didn't tell you, right? So just you have to check it for yourself. especially on the Redmi Note 3. I'm not sure if this is gonna work here. So, alright, I think enough about that phone. Really, very nice phone. What I wanted to have inside a phone for 100 euro is there, okay? You get like a nice packaging. I want to make sure that, okay, probably from this kind of angle. Alright, so you can see, it's the 4A, that looks quite nice. Nice packaging, you have all the nice stuff, you know, to be able to charge your phone. Okay, and then most important, you have the latest global MIUI ROM. It's the version 8. Okay, one bad thing, okay, it's a Chinese, so probably a lot of bullshit already there. But it has the Google Play Store, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to create an account for my grandmother, and then I'll download some again, like standard shitty setup for a user that is supposed to do some, you know, VoIP and you know, Skyping and stuff like that. So I'm really impressed, but I can tell you, every time when it's up with Xiaomi, kind of I'm impressed. So it's really not the first case. Again, this company building so many. Alright, so I'm back now for the final part of our review, guys. What I wanted to say is if you are about to spend 100 euro and you want to have an Android phone running almost the latest version of Android, which is Android 6, okay, the Marshmallow, it's not 7 Nougat. If you want to have 2 gigabytes of RAM, if you want to have 16 gigabytes of RAM, but be able to also extend, you know, your storage with a microSD card up to 256G, you want to do like regular shots, again, no rocket science, you know, no like professional photography, which actually you cannot do it on phones. But again, if you don't want to play games like crazy and drain the battery for 6 hours, you want to be like a regular user, take phone calls, do some messaging, okay, that's the phone for you guys, alright? I have to say, it comes, you know, in this color, in the gold and in the rose gold, so there is no other versions. And something very important, and I know you guys are going to appreciate it, there is something called the ugly black frame of the, you know, of some of the white versions of phones. Okay, especially the case, you know, I think very famous now, the Mi 5. The price of a Mi 5 Black 30G is almost as the same as the price of a Mi 5 White, which comes double the storage, and with a faster processor and a faster GPU. And the reason is because all these white phones that have like a white forehead, they have this very ugly frame. Okay, you can see it here. Here, from what I see, it's not that ugly. I'm not sure if you can see it on the camera. Okay, all right. Let me just focus a little bit. Okay, so you know that's this frame here, and when the phone is white, of course, you know, just kind of like draws attention to the eye. So okay, here I think the black frame is apparently noticeable, but it's not really, you know, deal breaker like it would be on a, you know, much more expensive phones. Like we have some examples with the P8, you know, and then we have of course Xiaomi phones like the Mi 5 white version. So just to do a slow recap, guys, if you want this phone for this amount of money, right now it's $89, you know, from shop.gischina.com. Fast screen display, HD display, 13 megapixel on the back, 5 megapixel on the front, you know, 2 of RAM, a very big battery of 3120. That's not very, I think that's quite impressive. Snapdragon 4.5, you know, quad core, 1.4 gigahertz, you know, Adreno GPU 306, you know, 16 gigabytes of RAM inside. You can put an SD card there. You can shoot up apparently full HD videos at 30 frames per second. Okay, it has, of course, yeah, probably for all the Apple fans, it has, of course, it has not only the headphone jack, but all the goodies that probably you never find in an Apple device, especially like the iPhone. Like you have an infrared blaster here, so you can command, you know, some of your home appliances. And then, of course, you have also, you know, the headphone jack. So that's things you're not able to see in other phones. And and I forgot to mention, yeah, and it has of course the FM radio, right? So I think for this amount of money, that's really an impressive device. Again, it's not really something from the high class, it's not even something from the middle class, so it's really very entry level. But for $89, I think it's gonna do the job. Okay, and one last thing. If you're watching this video on YouTube, just go down below and click it 4K. I think that's gonna be better for you guys. Thank you for staying with me. That's really very improvised, out of the box unboxing of the Xiaomi Redmi 4A, and I hope you'll be able to get the info you need. So thank you for watching, and say goodbye to Spider-Man and Batman.